Hey guys, my name's Nate and I'm the Otter Outdoorsman, and I want to talk to you guys about how I've been lightening up my day hiking kit. And I've been lightening up so much that I forgot my tripod today, so I'm sitting on the floor. So I've been doing this because I have a lot of trips where I do a lot of distance hiking, or I'm definitely gonna be hiking more than 4 or 5 miles. And once I start hitting those distances, carrying a lot of the heavier gear that I tend to carry with me wears on my feet and wears on my back. So I've had to start lightening up stuff. And I've even been doing this with my overnight kit. That's gonna be a separate video on its own, but I've been doing it with both my kits, building a heavy kit and a light kit. One of the first places I've been kind of starting with is my backpack. This one is an Osprey Scarab 18 liter pack. It's good. I'm still testing it out, but it's nice. I'm not gonna do a full review on this because, well, I'm still testing it out. But nevertheless, it's been a nice solid pack for us. It's pretty light and it fits everything decently. I still switch between using a bladder and a bottle, or bottles, because it really depends on my trip. But I kind of, when I go with bottles, I tend to carry 2 different types of bottles. I use an Nalgene and a clean canteen. The reason I use both is because with an Nalgene, I get a little bit of the lightness, but with a Nalgene, with a clean canteen, I get a little bit of that nice emergency situation of if I need to boil water, I have a nice metal container. So I have a little bit of the nice durability, but also a nice little bit of the lightness. One of the other things with it is I still do carry a first aid kit. I haven't figured out how to fully lighten this down, but at the same time, I don't want to fully lighten this because, quite frankly, injuries happen. So I don't want to lighten this completely. As for some luxury items, because sometimes I do still like carrying out a hammock with me, as I've shown in a previous video, I have gotten some lighter hammocking equipment. This is more of a luxury item. I'm not always going to carry this around with me, but some of my other hammock equipment's way too heavy or too bulky, so I've gotten some stuff. This is basically just E&O's Helios and E&O's Sub 6. Doing this, it allows me to carry these out if I want it, because I like sometimes relaxing. But yeah, I still like carrying some stuff out. I have some other kind of just luxury items, but I'm not really going to show them off. Doing this, it's kind of allowed me to lighten this up. Also, I've been really trying to dial down what I have. So I don't always carry out a lot of food with me. I carry out kind of what I need and plus a little bit more. So sometimes I'll only carry out a couple granola bars, maybe a sandwich, but only carry out really just the base essentials for food. I still make sure to carry out a flashlight, but I try and carry out one of my lighter ones because I like carrying out a flashlight. And I carry out a battery pack, but I'm not carrying out one of my bigger ones. I carry out one of my smaller battery packs. I like carrying a battery pack with me for the sake of having a way of powering my phone if it starts to go down, or other electronic devices, but I like having a way of charging up my phone. I still like to film a lot when I hike too, so I carry out my GoPro Hero 6. I do leave space in my pack now, as kind of how I've designed it, so if I want to carry out my heavier camera like my DSLR, I can. It takes up a lot of space, but I also have it so if I see rain in the forecast, I can just shove my jacket in there, or if it's going to be cold, I can shove my heavier jacket in there. I normally have what's called an ultra pod on this, but because I forgot my tripod, the ultra pod's actually holding up my camera, and Cassie's stabilizing it. But I have these two, and it's kind of my vlogging setup. So if I want to vlog on a trip or if I want to film. Also, if I want to do some main filming and I don't want a fisheye, that's what my phone's for. That's why you see a lot more hand camming videos lately. It's because sometimes I don't always have this out or I don't want to take this out. Knives, I've sometimes been bringing this out, but I haven't always. It's a Leatherman Wave. Don't always want to carry this out. It's a little bit on the heavier side, but so I've been playing with it. I may end up carrying out a lighter knife, but I don't carry out big ones. But it's kind of the name of the game. I'm still working on that. Sorry, we're being bugged by a yellow jacket. What if one of us sat on a yellow jacket's nest? Hey, buddy. Excuse me for a second while I cut this clip. After we took that the yellow jacket break, and he is still back just after we hit record. Cassie's seeing if she can get him to go away. The last bit I've been doing is a lot of times I tend to carry some sort of survival kit or emergency kit with me. Sometimes they've been pretty bulky. I've been making them small. I'm working on making this one extremely small and as small as I can. I am going to show this off in a separate video. I don't know if this will be out before or after this video, but it will be out on the sooner side. So what it will be, no intended, but basically it has everything I need in the case of emergency, except for a Mylar blanket, which I generally will keep in a pocket, or even I can throw in here. I don't have one in here at the moment. I only have anything for the case of cover, but I generally carry a like jacket in here. But nevertheless, that's pretty much how I've been weighing it down, like keeping my pack light. The other way is I've been lightening up my boots. For the longest time I was carrying snow boots, but I've switched over to some just basic Keen hiking boots. Make sure I don't step on the bee. Some Keen hiking boots. I forgot what model they are, but that way I have a lighter way on my feet, and I'm basically good to go after that. And that's kind of how I've been lightening it up. A lot of times I used to carry a lot more stuff, have a heavier survival kit, carry a lot more gear, have a lot more food, and that, like, I mean, I'm still carrying a bit more food sometimes than what I have here if I need it, but this way, carrying a smaller pack, I carry what I need and only what I need. And that way I can go further with basically with less weight on my back. And that way I can have a lot more energy. I still carry poles. I have ultralight poles, and this way I can still keep my balance and not using a lot of weight. But anyways, my name's Nate. I'm the Outdoorsman. This is how I've been lightening up my kit, or at least the kit I've used to lighten up mine. I tend to have a bigger one, and I found the bigger the pack, well, the more stuff you shove in it. But you guys have a good day. Or get outside and have some fun. Get on some great adventures. See everyone. We have to move because we're being annoyed by a bee. By more bees. Bye-bye. Crap, there actually are more bees coming. Be careful.